Hello and welcome to today's video. This time we'll be looking through another 100 vintage Penguin books. These are the main series from numbers 1400 to 1500. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Okay then, so first off, I have to apologise. I have got a bit of a croaky voice. I have a feeling I've got a bit of a sore throat coming on. In fact, well, I do have a sore throat. It may be the precursor to a cold. So I'm going to take it easy and maybe not over rabbit on this particular video. I will, however, talk about anything interesting, of course. But I hope you're all doing well and looking forward to this next part. So there does seem to be an awful lot of books in this particular batch of 100 books. So I'm not sure whether there's any doubles or if Alan, the previous owner, just had a really good run of these, you know. I suspect the latter. I don't think there's going to be any missing at all from this 100. At least nothing obvious that's missing from what I can see. And hopefully we won't have masses and masses of work to do. There was slightly more work to do on the last 100 than I was expecting. But I've been sort of pushing to get up to the 1500 mark because I have quite a few wants lists and they sort of go up to around that figure. There's some that are very much sort of 60s based, you know, but on the whole, they're predominantly from 500 to 1500, which I've had a huge run of. Go down Moses. So very pleased to get a lot of these because they're ones I don't have at all. They've never come my way. And when they're in this sort of condition, whew, you can turn them down, eh? Just love them. Life of Oscar Wilde. There we are. We are still in the middle of a very short-lived but very hot heat wave here in the UK. So I'm not complaining. In actual fact, stepping into the studio just now, it was a little oasis of coolness. But I know that by the time I've finished doing this video, it will be anything but cool because it's only a small space which warms up quite quickly when you're doing physical work, even though all we're doing is cleaning some books. You'd be surprised. All the walls are aligned, of course. They're soundproofed, which is good. That's exactly how I want it. But at the same time, it's like a little oven in here. Vatican Cellars. Yeah, tiny little chip off the bottom there, but it's lost. It's no good. So nothing to repair there. That's a busy cover, isn't it? How can you bear to be human? Quite fun, isn't it? Illustrated as well. Introduction by Malcolm McLeod. Cover design by the author. Right, there you go. It's nice, that, isn't it? That's really nice. There's a lot of good stuff. What year is this? I think it's towards the tail end of the 50s now. Yeah, 1959, that Penguin edition. I see the title Darling Clementine, I think of Churchill's book about his wife, My Darling Clementine, or Clementine Churchill's book about being Churchill's wife, one or the other. I think it was called My Darling Clementine. And she was almost as remarkable as Churchill himself. And we actually have got a Churchill book in this video. Day of the Fox. 9p. There we are. Case of the Howling Dog. Typical like the crime ones, it's a little bit the worse for wear compared to the regular fiction. And I'll put that to a separate pile to give a little polish to at the end. Like we did last time, some of these will benefit from a little bit of a polish. I think that's an ink line down there, I think. No, it was actually pencil. That's good. Captain Cutthroat. It's got some annoying tape on. Yeah, that's going to tear, I think. Let's try it from the side. It looks like it's been double taped. That's why it's extra annoying, this one. Well, that is very, very annoying indeed, because that's actually ruined this book. Well, not ruined it, but it hasn't done it any favours at all by having that tape on. So the best thing we can do is leave it on, which I don't like to do, but at least it's, keeping the number intact and that. Because if that comes off, it's taken the entire cover off, which is really annoying. I hate books like that. I mean, I absolutely hate them. So I'm not even sure, even though apart from that, the book's in really quite decent condition. I consider sellotape such a huge defect, I might not even keep that myself. Or if I do, it will definitely be on a list to upgrade. And the reason it was like that is because he taped it twice. Alan taped it twice, which is double jeopardy, you could say, you know. So that's only the second one in the collection, which I've come across, which I couldn't get the tape off. So I suppose that's not too bad a ratio. It's bad enough. Of course, the less important books like this, the tape just drops off, you know. Typical. And some books haven't got anything to do on them at all. It's just the luck of the draw. Thankfully, of course, I have got 30 to 40 from this run already, so I won't need all the copies that we're seeing today. I will need some, of course, and I'll go through and pull the best looking copies. There we are. A little bit of a worn copy, but it is what it is. It's got a bit of a coffee stain on there, so I'll get the polish on it. You never know, I might be able to get some of that out, but I'm not holding my breath. Lovely. Let's start another pile. There's my polished ones, and this is my next pile there. Yeah, quite the that was the film cover, wasn't it, as well, the film poster. Quite nice. Not the greatest of copies, but he's all right. Hide my eyes. And this one's got a little bit of mottling on there again, which we saw on a couple of books last time, which does come off with a bit of Mr. Sheen. So it's got Marjorie Allingham as well, so it's definitely an author worth keeping and getting them looking as good as possible. throw the book around here. There we are. So I'll give that one a little polish. Certain smile. Yeah, that's alright. A bit of spine roll, but it's okay. Actually, I've already done that one. That was from the wrong pile. See, this is what happens when you're under the weather. You start making mistakes. Honor Tracy. Yep, that's nice. Oh, the famous Lady Chatterley's lover. Looks like there's some press clippings. I'll have a look at them in a sec. A little letter from Hans Schmoller, who worked at Penguin. And QD Leavis. And Bernard Nichols. Yeah, that's quite nice, all that. Definitely be keeping those bits with that copy. And add them to my own, whichever one proves to be the best edition. That's not bad. Copies, ironically, of the first print of Lady Chatterley are actually, I think, quite hard to find. The second printing is much, much easier because it came out in a huge run. But the first printing, many of which, well, were read surreptitiously or even burnt at one point, they're the harder printings to find. So it's quite nice to have that one there. There we are. The Last Tycoon. Now, this is a nice one to get. An F. Scott Fitzgerald that I definitely do not have. And the books, I think, are getting much more interesting now because we're getting some illustrated jackets, which we've been starved of a little bit. Which is why it's been quite nice to do all the puffins and stuff. That's another little thing. What's this? Oh, it's a little potted review, which I will keep since it's to do with the book. I shall keep it, and I know I haven't got that one, so that will be into the collection. I'm looking at this bit of tape here with a little bit of dread. Is it going to come off all right? See, some of them do. They just flake off. It was just that other odd one which was not so nice. God, that's a big one. Huge. got a loose page, a bit of loose binding. I guess we shouldn't be surprised when I see the size of it here. Oh, I'm going to use these books as a rest, like so. Oh, what's going on here then? So we've obviously got a loose page, which we'll stick in a sec. Yeah, I've got some spine coming away here. Let's just do the rest of it before we do the repair. Because these are the sorts of books that end up being hard to find. 10p. Yeah, huge book. That's probably why it's ropey. Yeah, 800 pages. So if we pop that one back in, time we re-glue it, there's a very strong chance it will just keep it in spot. So I'm going to put some glue all down there. Where's my screwdriver here? Bit of the old dried up glue. Yeah. As I've said before, this glue dries completely clear, which makes it absolutely perfect for these sorts of repairs. There we are. Carefully fold that bit like that. There we are. Now we just need some, we do still need some down that bit there. I reckon that'll probably be enough. So it wasn't too bad, but it just needed that extra bit of care and attention. And once that solidifies, it should be absolutely fine. Interesting to see it's got a $1.65 on the front as well. So it's probably one edition that was done for UK and USA release, I would think. Right. Bit of mud on the front there. My memory of 6 rains. Just felt like there was going to be a price on the inside cover on this one. I was right. There we are. old 8. Another one, I'm going to give that a polish. Got just a few grubby marks on it, which might benefit from a bit of the old Mr. Sheen. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Tempe. The Bishop's Jaegers. Now this one's got a later design, so it's obviously, although it's in the right number, published later on. This is much more 60s. We'll have a look in a sec when this was published. "1965, yeah, compared to the rest of the books that we're looking at, which are all sort of 60s, late 50s releases. Book on the Valley, perfect condition, that one. Water Gypsies. A little bit of water damage, ironically, for the Water Gypsies, but nothing too serious. Nijinsky, another ballet dancer. He's the famous, was he Russian, Nijinsky? Don't know. Book on him by his wife, it says. Dud Avocado. Feast of July. This one's got a really matte cover, else I'd have a try at polishing this one up to get that coffee ring off the front, but no point because it's a matte cover. Requiem for a Nun. Nice copy of that. Very nice. One of my favourite penguins of all, Aku Aku. This one's a pretty low-grade copy though, sadly. But I got 3 editions of this at least in my collection, so it's okay. But it's a great book. If you've never read it, Thor Heyerdahl's exploration of Easter Island is great. Recommended. But yeah, pretty low-grade copy of that bad boy. An odd crossword book. Well, that's not going to hurt because these are going to end up being the ones that, in the first 3,000, these are going to be the ones I'm going to be short of. But thankfully, when they turn up, none of them should be much more than £10. So that's good. It's just they do have a reputation for being a little thin on the ground. You know how it is. Robert Grays. Nice to see this one, but once again, he's going to be an upgrade. If it's, I don't think I've got this one. I can't quite remember. I might have it. Yeah, I might have this one. I can't quite remember. Yeah, it's a little bit borderline, but you know, it is what it is. I think I will give that a little polish just to sharpen up a little bit. Hurry on down. Yes, nice. Look at this photograph cover. So that's really unusual, and definitely a much later design, a 60s design. What was this then? Yeah, 1965. So evidently the number was reserved, which we've seen before, and then they've just gone back and filled it in when the book's actually been published. But chronologically, which is how we're doing these in number order, it's miles out of position, isn't it? Well, I've got to say, if that's the face of Spain, then Spain have got problems, haven't they? You know, I would not say that that was the face of Spain. Not in my opinion. One of my favourites, Midwich Cuckoos. We do like a bit of Wyndham on this channel. Lovely. 1066 and all that. There we are, I'll give that one a little polish as well. A couple of little bits on it. Oh blimey, look at the state of this. We've got 1, 2, 3, potentially 4 bits of tape. Not looking good, is it? Well, let's just see if any of it comes off easily or not. But we found that the multi-taped books don't really play ball. We got the first bit off. Okay. God, blimey. Well, amazingly, we got it all off. Doesn't look the greatest though, does it? It's very much a filler, but it's better than not having a copy at all. So if that's one I haven't got, and I don't think I have, now that we've got the tape off, I'm just about willing to keep a hold of that one and put a little note that I need an upgrade to it. I've got a really nice copy of this, but slightly disappointed that it's such a poor copy, because it's science fiction, but I have got a really nice one. But I was hoping for some nice quality Penguin science fiction doubles, because I've got lots of people looking for them. Loads of people looking for Penguin science fiction. It's very, very hot. And that one is slightly the worse for wear, you could say. He's just going to be in the pound box, I reckon. Major Thompson and I. By Love Possessed, another one with 2 grotesque bits of tape on. Yeah, bit of a grubby one, but it is what it is. The Wife of Ronald Sheldon. Yeah, that's all right. Reasonably clean. Now this one, which is a little bit the worse for wear. going to give that a polish as well. It's just a little bit dirty. There's another big thick one, The Magic Mountain. Another huge book. Slightly better condition than that last big one that we had to do, which required that repair job. Oh, I just seen a little bit of gold. Excellent. Right, it's in pen. So nice copy of that one. I have seen these before. This is not a rarity or anything like that, but it is a really nice bookmark. So 25 years of Penguin, 1960. And I'm wondering if The Magic Mountain was in that little list. I first came across this in the Gathering Storm, which we've got to come. But I can't see Thomas Mann. Oh yeah, that Thomas Mann, The Magic Mountain. So this is one of the books specifically that was released for Penguin's 25th. But I'll keep that one to one side. I do love that sort of stuff, as you can imagine. Although I've got it, I like to have spares, you know. Early Iris Murdoch. Yeah, it's stuff like that first got me really into collecting penguins. Was their related memorabilia, and something Penguin have been, you know, usually pretty good at. I'm going to give that a polish. Usually pretty good at, but not perhaps so much lately, is blowing their own trumpet. And sometimes they do it really well. Other times it's laughably bad. But generally speaking, they do tend to celebrate anniversaries and things like that really well. So that's okay. This is a good one. Pleased to get this. I think I already have it, but I'm going to compare the copy against my own one. I think my own one actually is pretty nice. Whether it's as good as this, we'll have to see. But yes, really good book apparently. This one on my to be read sort of pile. Cage Me a Peacock. Touch wood, but one thing we've had less to do today is like full spine repairs and stuff, which is good. Had quite a lot more of that last time round. I just realised that we should be putting the new ones over there. I've just started putting them into a new pile over here. So let me move them over a bit. And that's the to be polished, so I'll put the new ones there. So this was one of the books I bought, which had one of those bookmarks in. It was Churchill's Gathering Storm, and I'm really pleased to see a really nice copy of this one. This is another book that's hard to find in nice nick. I may even have the bookmark in. I was in my early 20s, maybe even late teens, I don't know, when I decided to read Churchill's History of the Second World War. Penguin only published Volume 1, The Gathering Storm. I really don't know why they didn't do them all. And it's incredibly readable. Obviously, it's from Churchill's viewpoint. And this first book is pretty much, I told you so, you know, but it's great. It's a nice copy of that one. It's a really great read, all 6 volumes, and I've got multiple editions of that particular 6-part series because it's so good. And I'm pleased to see a fairly nice copy of this, because I think that's another one that I had to upgrade, which is cool. And then, well, that's a bit of an iconic one, isn't it? Lord of the Flies. I'm pleased to see that one. I'll have to check my copy of this one. I think I've got it, but it's in it's like quite yellowed, I think. So I give that a bit of a polish. There's a little bit of cover, needs a little bit of cover luster brushed out of it. Right, another D.H. Lawrence. Of course, around this time, Penguin published 10 D.H. Lawrence all at once. And they all had the, his own bespoke logo. I gotta admit, I've tried a couple of his and couldn't get into them. But 60 odd years ago, he was all the rage. All the rage, Nice copy of that one. Yeah, they did it. They did all 10. Well, they did 10 books. And then if you bought all 10, you got given a little booklet, which was an appreciation of D.H. Lawrence. If you really went for it, you got a little extra from the bookshop. Yeah, lovely. He should have died hereafter. Yeah, lovely. The body. Oh, that's cool. Long goodbye. It's gonna need a little polish, but I think I got that one. I might have actually. I can't remember. Yeah, just a little mark there. So I'm going to see if the old Mr. Sheen does anything on that one. Nabokov doesn't. Thankfully, that was a bit of pencil on the front, not ink. Another crossword book, the 5th Penguin crossword book. Another Nabokov. The Simon, the Hatter's Ghost. That's got a little mark there, which I'm going to see if I can get off. On the face of it, that looks like a really, really nice copy, that one. It's gorgeous. Yeah, just a couple of little mottled marks. Same with that one, a couple of little marks. Double tape action on that one. Good Earth, paperback. Published as Pocketbooks #1. Cool. That's a good one. Quite a mass experiment. So again, I think I'll give that one a polish. I did 3 Quatermass books. They're all in the collection, and I've got them all already, so we'll have a spare set of those. Yeah, the tape has been particularly unhelpful this time around today. Don't know why. Bit of a grubby copy, that one. So I shall stick it in the polish pile. Yeah, pretty nice copy of that one. It's another one which is really mottled on the back, so we give that a polish. Same with this one, because it's been sat next to that one. Also will need a polish. 5, Doris Lessing. There we are. Oh, another Quatermass. And the Pit. Right, tiny bit of glue on the corner there. It decides to play hard to get. It's sealed up a little bit. There we are. Yeah, a reasonably nice copy of Quatermass and the Pit, my favourite of them all. And here's the final one. So we've seen all three. It's Quatermass 2. Yeah, lovely. Angel in the corner. Lovely. Light in August. Don't think I got this one. Another William Faulkner. 10p on the top. There we are. This is proving a bit stubborn. can go under the polish. May or may not help, to be honest, but we'll see. Almost there with all the books. As I said, I was pretty confident that there was the full 100 here. I don't think we've had any doubles, but we have had 100 different books, which is quite a little milestone, which means we've cleaned from Penguins 501 to 1500, plus we've done Puffins 1 to 200, plus we've done a few odd bits and pieces that were for myself, and we did all the buildings of England and the guides. So really, we've not done too badly since we picked the collection up. I have still got Puffins 201 to 400, and main series Penguin 1501 up to approximately 3200. So we've still got an awful long way to go. But I think you could safely say we're well on our way, which is good news. But yeah, more work required. Oh dear, here we go again. Yeah, really awful. Not very nice at all. It's already got a tear on the front. So that is going to be, if I haven't got it, which I don't think I have, it's going to be an upgrade. Sadly, one that will need replacing. They're not all like it, of course. I mean, this one here, look at that, absolutely perfect, beautiful copy. not a mark on it. But sadly, they're not all like that. All right. So that's the first run of books done. Now the next thing is to do the polishing. So I shall just pause there, clean the decks a bit, and we'll get Mr. Sheening. Okay, so got a clean bit of cloth, got my can of Mr. Sheen, and we'll just give these other books a cursory once over, because sometimes it does make a difference, other times it doesn't, so we'll just give these the benefit of the doubt. So these aren't fully laminated jackets yet. They are coated, at least most of them are. There was one or two that were still matte, but they are available at least to gently rub the duster over. It was like a chalky residue, wasn't it, on that one? Very unusual. It works great when you've got a little bit of sticker residue. I remembered I have got this one now. Right. Look at all that muck we got off. All just that little pile of books. Amazing, isn't it? So, next thing is we're going to go through and give them all a brush. Thankfully, and I am really grateful for this, the actual books themselves haven't been as dusty as I was fearing they might be. So I am really, really grateful, because you're never quite sure what environment they've been stored in. And these have really just been on bookcases in a home in France. So you know, there's no real idea, but thankfully, on the whole, they're not too bad. So I think we've actually got through this batch of 100 in, I think, record speed, because nowhere near as many books needed new spines gluing, did they? As I said, I've always found that when you do a group of books that were published at the same time, any publisher, you find certain ones which glue's been used, it just sort of perishes, you know. Very, very unusual. That's how it goes. Yeah, these are far better than a lot of my paperbacks that I've been cleaning lately. If only they didn't have so much sellotape on them, eh? So I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, do please give it that thumbs up. I always say it, but if you haven't already, if you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button for regular cleaning content. I'll do my best to get you a video every week rather than not every day, every week. Next week we're going to be doing another 100 puffin storybooks. But until then, thank you very much for watching today. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye.